Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where last episode we started working on setting up the Hebrew Empire, and we also set up our, if we can zoom in here, wow, that was laggy. We also set up our trip, our journey, our pilgrimage is the actual term. But I realized, as I was laying in bed last night, we shouldn't call this the Hebrew Empire. We should call this either the new Hebrew Empire or the second Hebrew Empire. And I kind of like the new Hebrew Empire better, but that also has, I don't know, kind of like some colonial connotations to me. You know, like New England and New Spain and, you know, things like that. So I kind of want to go with the second Hebrew Empire because we've not done any, like, colonization. It's way too early for that. So we're now the second Hebrew Empire. And that, I think, is perfect. So that's excellent. We need to build up a bunch of piety. My next question is, when can we boost up our crown authority? 1444. Okay. So we're not going to make it to absolute crown authority before the end of the game. That is very clear. That's fine. We just need to know that that's going to be a thing. So that's understood. Down over this way, I'm just checking to see if there are any constructions in our personally held locations. And the answer to that is no. The next question is, do we want to change our capital to Jerusalem? The answer is yes. I think not yet. We can't do it while traveling anyway. Okay. So let's see. Our pilgrimage will become more pious. 53% chance of gaining 50 piety. Discount for converting to iconoclasm. Pass. We don't want to convert to iconoclasm. So only Orthodox may take this journey. Okay, we failed it, but that's fine. We're still going to become more pious on our journey. As we can see, our piousness is currently 10. So we definitely have some work to do on that. We're now known as the Proud, and that boosts up our prestige. I mean, to be honest, this guy has a lot to be proud of. He has achieved a lot in his life. It was definitely on the back of his father, but, you know, it's fine. So let's see here. This is 23 stress reduction, or we move slightly faster. We don't need the stress reduction. Get back on your horse, Delilah. It is a nice spring air, but it's still nice spring hair. Spring hair? Yes, it's still nice spring hair while on your horse. There are lots of hairs while on a horse, to be clear. But hey, we gained 100 additional piety for visiting that grand cathedral. That's great. And at this point, our pilgrimage would become more pious, and we gain 100 more. Beautiful. Did we gain ill? No, we did not. Beautiful. So we have a learning perk available, and I kind of want to take faithful. Oh, wait. Apostate would give us faith conversion cost minus 75%. That's huge. Done. We might be able to convert right now with that, actually. Do we want to go to a pilgrimage, or rather go to a brothel while on our zealous pilgrimage? Probably not, to be honest. Our pilgrimage will become more pious. We're lustful, so this is going to gain us some stress, but that seems fine. Now, I want to check what it would be like if we were to convert at this point to rabbinism with that 75% reduction. Wow, that was laggy to scroll. Okay, so this is down here. We wanted rabbinism. So if we were to do this, what would this cost? 2261. We should be able to do that after we get our piety from our pilgrimage. So that seems great. That's so much cheaper. We visited a grand temple. Fantastic. And we're passing straight on through Jaffa. 99% chance of being invigorated. That would be a small boost. Although, this would be gold for piety. We'll take the piety. By the time we get back from this pilgrimage, we'll be able to convert. So that seems good. Do we want to convert while on the pilgrimage? To be honest, probably not, is what I'm thinking. Someone is trying to murder us. That is very rude. Okay, So that scheme was abandoned, but I still want to redouble guards. Murder and overthrow regent. This would definitely be ideal for murder. But it would increase for success chance if we did the success chance for claim throne if we did that. I don't actually care about that. So yeah, I don't want to be murdered. Murder would be bad. No doubt about that. So we just finished increasing county control in Byzantion, and that's absolutely wonderful. So do we have anywhere else we want to increase county control in? I mean, this would be for our vassals. Wouldn't be a bad thing to increase county control for our vassals, to be clear. I suppose we could work on something kind of random like that. That seems fine. And I do want to be working on promoting culture up here in Byzantion. I think that's something that we should do. That'll take 24 years, so that should finish, in theory, right before the game ends. In theory. So we visited a grand mosque. That's cool. And we just inherited the Duchy of Tripolitania. We should not hold this. So we'll grant this out, and we'll grant out Jerba here. There we go. And what's the county capital here? I think it's Zuwara. Yeah. So that looks good. Now we're above our vassal limit, and that is absolutely a concern. So let's look at kingdom tier titles out here. We can create Africa. That'll gain us legitimacy. Let's do it. So that looks good. Africa is now created, and de jure, that belongs here, to Duchess Sibylla. So we'll give that straight on over to her. Show only recent titles, Kingdom of Africa, and we'll send the Duchy of Tripolitania along with it. She's going to be very happy. She's already very happy. This is fine. Okay, so there we go. No problem there. And we have a lot more places that we can convert into kingdoms, and we're likely going to need to going forward. Well, actually, we probably won't need to too much, because we're going to be going into Europa immediately, and we still need to figure out exactly how that's going to be done. I don't know. That's going to be interesting. We could do a direct import into Europa. This would be a weird Europa import. We'd be incredibly powerful. There's no doubt about that. Like, we would have very few actual rivals if we did that. Unless we somehow combined it together with, like, powerful natives in the New World. We could maybe do that. I think there is an option for doing that in Europa. So that's a potential concept. If we import it, that would probably be incompatible with a significant number of mods. So it would probably be vanilla. Let's see, more pious. We'll take this. Sure. Looks good. So we're visiting a university and pyramids. Fantastic. This is our actual destination in Alexandria here. So there we go. We've achieved piety level 1, at least. We've walked the holy path. So we're now considered a pilgrim. And are we still here? Yes, we're going to be here for 3 more months. Sounds good. So, what do we have going on here? Not very much is the answer. We do have access to a new learning perk, and we definitely could take Faithful at this point. Scientific is kind of pointless for us, so I'm not going to take that right now. Otherwise, I think we're in a pretty good spot here. So all we need to do is we need to convert over and then begin work on getting everything converted. So this activity is continuing. What do we got here? More piety. Okay. This would get us 2 friends. This would get us 1 friend. Otherwise, they're exactly the same. Done. So we've achieved piety level 2. Not that we really need to increase our piety all that much more, to be honest. But it's fine. We may as well get as much as we can out of this, right? We're getting close to being a religious icon, after all. So this will be more piety here. I don't know that we're quite going to make it up to level 3 on the piety. We'll see. Okay. Alexandria, it has been an honor. We gained the seat of bishops for 10 years. Okay, cool. And we gained some legitimacy out of it, too. So we'll finish that pilgrimage, and we're on our way back. So, of course, we're going to make a few detours along the way. There has been some disease that has broken out up this way while we were gone. So that's not ideal. That's for sure. Up here in Constantinople, we can definitely begin construction on something, and it's going to be blacksmiths. We're going to get that going. Down over in our territories down here, we currently hold Zura. Yeah, that's true. That is correct. We want to upgrade this, and Damascus is currently working. Buzra is working. Nablus is fully upgraded. There's nothing to be done here. Jerusalem is fully upgraded. Our Ramla does have some things that it can work on. Okay, we decided to put in shooting ranges here. It's mildly awkward, but yeah, we'll continue to work on upgrading that for now. Jaffa is fully complete, and Gaza is fully complete. So that looks good for the moment. So we'll just hop in here, visit the Church of St. Lazarus, and dip on out. Hopefully not picking up whatever this disease is. What is this disease? St. George's Plague. It's a bubonic plague. Infection rate in Byzantium is 85%. We're glad we're not there. You're on advanced research. You should be on control plagues. But you also have terrible aptitude. Can we replace this guy? Who do we got? This guy is excellent. He's currently in poor health. This guy is good. I'm going to put this guy in, and revoking that position will cost us some prestige. That's okay. Okay, there we go. So infection rate tomorrow is 85%. That seems fine. You want freedom? You'll have it in death. So there's going to be an uprising here, and we'll need to figure out where these guys are. So what do we got going on here? They're kind of all over the place, actually. Let's just raise up here in Constantinople. We'll raise all of our forces. And at this point, I'm going to split out a number of these, and we're going to continue to raise in the background, but I want these guys to head on over this way. And we'll put this king in charge. That looks good. Okay, so in we go here. Well-fed travelers for 450 gold. Honestly, I don't want to move faster. We want to give time for this bubonic plague to burn out, right? So this will be fine. So at this point, I want to come in down over here. There's a lot of people around here, but we definitely want to make sure that we're going to win this. This is more than enough soldiers, so this is fine. We're going to stop raising additional soldiers. We visited the capital of the Despotate of Hellas, which is great. We also visited the Temple of the Theotokos, which is also good. So this spy master here, we would need to... Actually, the Duke of Thessaly would go in there. He actually likes us, so that seems good. Okay, we arrived over here. This is fine. We're going to head out over this way and look to eliminate these guys nice and quickly. So we're at 12% right now, and the war goal is to have them hold their own territory, right? So I actually want these guys to come down here and start sieging to get rid of ticking war score. And then we'll come up here, make sure that we reinforce this. It looks like it's fine. I'm not too concerned about that. Where are we right now? We are currently up over here. Okay. So this is, of course, a little bit awkward, but it's relatively fine. Let's head on down over this way for now. We just inherited a county. We should not hold this. This is Minuf, and we're going to grant that out. Perfect. Now, to be clear, we knew that this rebellion was coming, and is there another faction? This is an independence faction. This is also not a terribly strong faction. 15 months, I think that's reasonable. I'm not too concerned about it. Okay, so this siege is now over. I want to come down here and start fighting some of these forces that are gathering over here. A study in martial. No. But what is that contraption? Our martial goes up by 1. Nice. Our journey would be delayed by 7 days. This would be delayed by 14 days. We're going to delay it by 7 days. Okay. So that's fine. We can grab Zealous Proselytizer. That'll be perfect. Okay. So we're currently fighting these guys out over here. That looks fine. I want to head down and continue to give battle here, where possible. Excellent. We're going to come down over here next, and I'd like to come over and fight these out over here. They shouldn't have ticking war score at this time. Yeah, that's just from occupied holdings. No one should have ticking at this moment, I don't think. So let's group these lads together, and we're going to head out over here. Now, what's the status of the plague? Well, it's not the best, but it is diminishing, I think. So this is 43 here. This is giving us less information here. Ah, okay, this is just the entire duchy. Gotcha. So this outbreak began on 29 September 426, so it's been raging for almost a year. Let's make our way back, and I would like to enter seclusion, but I don't think we can do that while we're traveling. Thank you, Windows. I don't require installing updates right now. So we're on our way down over here, and that looks very good. We don't want to get bubonic plague. Are there no sick houses? Okay. Danger carrion, indeed. So sanity assumptions, plague resistance +5. Honestly, the stress is fine. We'll take that. So we're fighting these guys down over here. We have returned home now, and I immediately want to enter seclusion if we can. We're still traveling. We might have to ticket a day. There we go. Now we can enter seclusion. Done. We'll gain stress again because we're brave, and we're going to lose a little bit of legitimacy at doing that as well. That's understood. I'm not terribly concerned about that. I don't really want to extort subjects right now. I don't think that's necessary. So we're fighting a large chunk of the enemy's army here. If we look at this, this is 43k and 61k. This is approximately 105k, call it. And they've got 163. So this is the majority of their army, and we are currently winning this. So that looks great. Winning this battle will have significant ramifications, of course. Staring at stars, huh? We could focus on earthly matters, and that's probably for the best. We actually just captured this guy, who was the war leader, I think. No? The battles just got us 10-50%. Landless attacker has no armies left. Ah, right, because this is technically a peasant uprising, a populist uprising. This guy is unlanded because he was a populist, and we eliminated all of his armies except for 406 mercenaries. Let's wrap up this battle quick. Eventually. Yeah, these guys are they're gonna fire. That's fine. This is more peasant rabble. Okay, so that's done, and we're going to enforce these demands. Excellent. So next up is this peasant rabble, and the question is, where are they? Oh. It's just these guys. Okay, so we don't need the vast majority of these forces that are here. I'm going to grab these levies, any levies that we have here, and we're going to send them home. We do not need them anytime soon. So that'll save us some money and also get those levies sent home where they can start regenerating, although with the bubonic plague going on, that could be mildly awkward for them. Okay, we're not going to send knights home, but these guys, off they go. The rest of these forces, they're going to head right on down here. And what's this embarkation cost? 131? I don't care. That's fine. We gained 64 legitimacy from winning that, so that is great. That brought us up some amount anyway. So we'll come deal with this, but we also might have some of our vassals deal with it. We'll see if that happens. This is a very weak force, and it's going to take them a very long time to siege. So that seems fine. We're now embarked and sailing on down, so we should be here very quickly. A university student donated 30 gold to us. Okay. Cool. If that's what he wants to do, I guess that's fine. So these guys actually should have despawned. This is the force that we just beat. I'm not sure why they haven't despawned. Maybe we have to be at peace first. Usually it's just a day tick, though. Well, this war is over. No big deal there. Yeah, he can be zealous. That's fine. So enforce those demands and disband our troops. Excellent. So now if we come in here, these guys should despawn. That's odd. I'm not sure why they haven't despawned. Do we want to ransom this guy? Do we need the gold? Not really, to be honest. I'm going to decline that. Let's take a look at how we're doing on St. George's Plague. So at this point, we can see Byzantium is still at 85% infection. However, we see that it's definitely beginning to go away. Okay, yeah, this is definitely going away. That's very good. This ransom, okay, so the populist uprising. Wait, is this the same guy again? It is. The same guy is firing again. Okay, this isn't supposed to happen. He was imprisoned, and we had just defeated this. But okay, sure. This is a duke. No, we'll decline that for now. So, the plague is definitely improving. That looks good. And we're going to have to deal with this guy again, I guess. We'll do just our men-at-arms. We shouldn't need more than that. This should be absolutely fine. So we're going to head in over here. Where is he actually located? Which army? He is way out over in Greece. Okay, that's noted. So we'll just deal with these armies one at a time. This is not a big deal. It's just vaguely annoying, right? So that's fine. We'll just head on up. Okay. Unorthodox treatment here, huh? Don't defile the bodies. It's almost over anyway. Cool. So that's a stack wipe there. And now I want to start heading down towards Greece. So we're going to head down over this direction. We just finished constructing a draw plate. That'll be in Constantinople. So let's go ahead and upgrade our blacksmiths there again. Perfect. We've got ludicrous sums of money at this juncture. And that's not surprising. Let's get rid of some of these victory notifications. There's too many of them. There we go. So we're going to come in here. This is going to be fighting the majority of his forces. Sure. We'll show this guy in. I accept your generous gifts. Unfortunately, he didn't give us any legitimacy, but that's fine. So this is a large chunk of their army that's attacking us here, and that's great. We're very happy about that. This is another large chunk. Well, down we head. So he's down to 54,000 remaining troops. He's got a few here, but we might capture him in one of these. Where is he located now? Yeah, he's located right here. So we should have a good chance of catching him here. That'd be great. We did not catch him, sadly. And this would be the next location, I think. Yeah, there's a 5K stack here. There's a 11K stack here. That's 15K, and he has 16K? Okay, yeah, that's probably all of them. I'm hoping that these guys wipe out this force on the way through. No? Maybe. This guy is trying to... This is the Duke of Thessaly. He's trying to claim that he owns Jerusalem. That's not true. He's claiming that he governs it. And... we control the vast majority of it. He governs these two counties and these two counties, right? And I think this one. We want to do something about him, for sure. But for now, this is fine. He's very angry. And we expect that to be the case. That's okay. He can claim whatever he wants for right now. He's got to have the military backing to be able to make that happen. And he does not have that right now. Speaking of military backing, we can bump up our armored footmen and our ballistri and our crossbowmen and our bombards and our armored footmen and our bombards. Excellent. So that will make our troops just that much more powerful. So that's absolutely fantastic. Let's go get these guys dealt with. I really hope that these guys deal with this force, but they don't seem particularly interested. They can absolutely win that fight. They're just running in circles over there. Oh, okay. It's no longer relevant? Sure. I guess it's over. Well, that's anticlimactic. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to continue to solidify our hold. We're just about in a position that I would consider sufficiently solidified to start thinking about expansion. So we'll probably start doing that fairly soon here. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time, and we'll remember to switch over to Rabbinism. That is very important.